Hey guys, welcome to Kid Missing TV. Today I'm going to do the case of a 3-year-old. I want to start off by dedicating this video to my Uncle Merle, who, as I told you on Monday, just passed away. I want to thank you all, sorry, hand was in front of the camera, for your sweet, compassionate comments. And I want to mention that I got a comment on another video, a very long, rambling comment about how I didn't know the case and how I couldn't pronounce a name, which I very clearly said in the video I wasn't sure I was pronouncing correctly. I think it was one of my better videos, in my opinion. There was actually a lot of information in it, considering the case was from 1936 and 1937. So, please, if you're going to comment a criticism, be nice. This person was rude, but I wouldn't say mean or bullying, just very rude and opinionated. And I told him he needed to try to do this himself. Because he would find out that it's not easy for any creator to do this. He's not one of my regulars. I didn't even delete it. So, but I went back and watched the video, in fairness to him, before I ever commented. Well, actually, I commented and then I erased my comment. And my comment was very simple because I made the assumption that I had very little information. I actually had a lot. So I erased that and re-commented. It's the case of Charles Manson. Go ahead and watch it. Let me know what you think from my regular people. I thought it was one of my better videos. I was looking at the camera. I seemed to know all the information without looking down. I told him, I said I didn't know how to pronounce that name. And nowhere did I see where the person with that name lived very close to Charles Manson. So, like he said, and if that's true, tell me that. Don't be rude behind a keyboard when you wouldn't be willing to sit here in front of the camera and do this. So, it's not as easy as you think. And you try researching a case from December of 1936 and January of 1937 and find as much information as I did. Because I went back and watched my whole video to see if he had any points that were reasonable, that I could address and say thank you or whatever. I didn't find any. But let me know. Okay. I'm sorry about that. I had to talk about that. So now to the case. Jodi Christine Parrack. P-A-R-R-A-C-K. I always spell surnames if I'm not 100% sure. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. This little girl was 11 years old. It was November 8th, 2007. She was from Constantine, Michigan. She was kidnapped while riding her bicycle, assaulted in an intimate manner, and her life was taken. The nature, it drew considerable media attention due to the nature of the crime and the wrongful conviction of an innocent man, Ray McCann. She was killed by way of not being allowed to breathe for a period of time. She was in the 5th grade at Riverside Elementary School in Constantine, Michigan. She was found near a headstone at the Constantine Township Cemetery. Because he had said, why don't we search the cemetery? He was a reserve police officer, had knowledge of the area, had knowledge of crime, and when she was found there, they just jumped to conclusions. In 2015, he was charged with perjury because they said he lied about where he went in his search. Later on, it was disputed whether the camera actually was at the correct angle to even see him. This poor guy. He went 22 months to 22 years. In 2023, he was exonerated. And a 7-person jury awarded him $14.5 million compensation. The focus of the investigation changed in 2017. Another girl from, I hate it when you say White Pigeon, Michigan, was attacked in an attempted abduction by a Daniel K. Furlong, age 65. He was a local youth sports coach. And a kidnap list was found in his home, which indicated that he'd been targeting several girls in the region. This list made police wonder if he was involved in the Jodi Parrack case or in the case of Brittany Beers, who had disappeared in 1997. And he did admit it. So it sounds like this guy might have been a serial killer or a budding serial killer. Here she is. Beautiful little girl. I feel terrible for the reserve policeman who was doing his job and was railroaded by the state police. They said they sent DNA evidence in Furlong's case. They didn't say whether it matched, which is weird. But he admitted it, which doesn't mean nothing very much with these police, evidently, but who knows what was really happening, you know? But he said he pulled her into his garage and assaulted her in an intimate manner and made her stop breathing by means which I'm not going to say, and put her in the cemetery. So, which is exactly what he did to the other little girl, except she got away. So, think. Hold on, I'm an idiot. Oops. Come on. There it is. Okay, here we go. Yes, she didn't get away. She was murdered. I'm sorry. In the same way. So, like I said, I think this guy was a serial offender. Oops. A serial killer and intimate offender. This is my opinion. Because their cases were very similar. So, they need to look at other cases in the area and try to figure out. And I hope they really went through his garage, especially, and his home, with a fine-tooth comb. The finest tooth they've got. But, sorry. The air quality is really bad. Matter of fact, it looks like evening out there because the sun's being blocked out by crap from a wildfire west of us. So, yeah, it looks pretty bad. So I do apologize for continuing to blow my nose. But you could see, I don't know if you can tell how dark it is. But it's bad. And I'm not going to the postie office. Because it's bad. So, thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for your understanding on Monday and your sweet comments. Somebody wrote that they understood about family. Thank you, ma'am. Because not everybody has a weird family. Every family is different. Mine's just a little weird. All the way around, we're a nutty bunch on both sides. And I can say that with a laugh because I'm a part of it. I try to be fair to everyone. Even if there's estrangement. You know what I mean? I wish there wasn't, but there is. And that causes information to move more slowly with those who I don't have estrangement with, if that makes sense. So, but thank you for your compassion. I did learn that my uncle will be buried with his parents, which was the thing I most wanted. My grandmother, when she got their plots, did get extra plots. So, he will be buried there. Thank you, Lord, and I will find a grave for him. So, thank you so much for being here. You know, for my videos and for me, I appreciate it very, very much. And again, if you want to give me an opinion or correct something that may be wrong in my research, that's fine. But don't be rude. You don't have to add the snarky, this person presenting, this woman presenting doesn't know what she's talking about or whatever. It's not necessary. And I personally wouldn't do it. But a lot of people will hide behind a keyboard and think they can write or say anything they want. But they would never tell you face to face. Maybe some of them would. Most of them wouldn't. So. Like I said, I invite you to watch the video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. Please hit the hype button. It really does help. And if you have your notifications turned on, you'll get a little notification showing how you helped. So, which I like that. Instead of it going into a liked videos list, if I want to watch something again, it's in my history anyway. Why make a liked list that's just a copy of my history? Maybe someone can explain that to me because I don't understand it. Anyway, God bless you, and I'll see you Friday. Bye, guys. For more All American July.